And their delegation met with U.S. officials in D.C. West Virginia Congressman Riley Moore joins me now. So the Treasury said, look, this meeting is not about trade. So my question is, are we ever going to see any kind of trade deal of any kind anytime soon? What do you think?
Stuart, thanks so much for having me. And no, I think we are. Look, we have the window that goes till November. And I think the good news here is that the U.S. and China are talking. Now, part of this negotiation at the White House, though, was around Boeing airplane parts for 200 aircraft that China requires that President Trump rightfully would not allow to be exported to China because they are holding up the export from China of rare earth magnets, with China making 90% of those in the entire world, which is a huge problem for us. And absolutely, we need those. So, of course, again, art of the deal, President Trump stepping in and negotiating a better position for the United States on those rare earth magnets, but also using the leverage of our own industrial base to make sure that we got a greater deal out of that. So, but I'd say the good news is that they are talking, and we have that window open till November to hopefully finalize a trade deal with China.
Wouldn't that be nice? Next case. The European Union has proposed lifting tariffs on U.S. industrial goods going to Europe. America will lower tariffs on European autos coming to America. Is that the kind of reciprocal trade deal that you stand for, that you approve of?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, none of this would even be in conversation had President Trump not stepped up and leveraged tariffs on the European Union, on China, like we were just talking about. This allows us to get a seat at the table and actually negotiate a better position for our industries here in the United States and have fair and open access to those markets that have had total unfettered access to the United States for decades, like the auto industry of Europe. So here we are again, art of the deal, and President Trump is putting the American worker first and putting the American business first. And I think this is going to end up a win-win for Europe and the United States.
We can but hope. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us this morning. You have a great weekend. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, sir.